So
Deer,
a female
deer,
ray.
soccer golden sun.
You're on the air.
Okay, so just a really quick explanation for people who don't go hunting, or who do go hunting but on public land, you know, just like, what does it take for the whole build up to October 31st, which was when we went into the blind? What kind of stuff happened over the summer?
Okay, so over the summer, we all in different parts. We did food plots. We had to go plant mostly turnips and some biologic this year, and we planted that in July so that it would grow and the deer would be attracted to it. And we also went up and put up a bunch of blinds to sit in. That took several trips to the farm, and everybody pitched in and helped.
Except me. I did not.
But you were busy
Raising babies. Okay, so then what it took on my end to get to the farm. So what it looks like is I have, you know, Daniel is, my son, is 6 months old, and we also have a 3-year-old who is running around right now. And I'm nursing, and so for me to go hunting, you would think I was trying to move out. For me to go hunting, you would think I was trying to move out because of all the stuff I had to bring. I mean, I had to bring Lila's clothes, 2 Halloween costumes, everything we owned for Lila because she was going to stay with Jordan's parents, Lisa and Dale. And then Jordan, my husband, was coming with us to watch our son Daniel, and that means I had to bring pumped milk, I had to bring Bumbo for him, food for him, you know, everything for that. And it was a big ordeal for us to show up, and we all knew that I had one day. We thought at first I was only going to have one hunt, but we for sure had one day, and that was October 31st.
And it took group effort. It took Dale and Lisa, because they watched Lila, and it took...
And Maggie.
And Maggie. And then a huge sacrifice was made by Jordan, because he basically did everything. And no hunting for Jordan. He drove there while you were out.
Except for, I mean, I drove half the way.
Well, okay, there was okay, driving. Anyways, and then we went out. We were gone about 4 hours, and he had the baby. And the baby was good those 4 hours. And then we came back and had a little snack, and we were gone 7.5. Call it 8 hours.
Yeah.
And that was no good because the baby was not...
At that point, Daniel hadn't been away from me for more than like 4 hours ever, and then in the last 4 months, I mean, he has only been away from me for about half an hour. So at that point, he was not happy that I wasn't there, and so...
And Jordan paced for 8 hours. It's easy to say, but it's a long time.
Just trying to keep the baby happy. So it was a big deal for me to get this opportunity, and there was a lot of pressure on one day.
One day.
And so there was a cold front coming in, and we talked for like weeks leading up to the hunt, like what's the weather going to be like. Jordan was checking the weather all the time and telling us, you know, where we should put me and all that stuff. And so the morning, we got there, you know, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and got to sleep for a couple hours, and we went out. We actually went out after light, which was a new thing we tried. In the morning, it was beautiful. It was, what did you say, God showing off?
God was showing off, yes.
It was really a beautiful morning. I mean, the leaves were golden on the ground, the sun was shining through the forest, it was really cool, and I saw a lot of activity. I saw, right off the bat, a little doe. A yearling was right down in front of me at probably like, what, 10, 15 yards, and then she bedded down.
You couldn't even get in your stand. There was a buck by your stand.
That's right, before we even got up, and we had a buck chase. I had a buck chase that doe out, and I heard them grunting and calling. It was just really cool to witness that kind of nature. I saw a bigger buck come through that I passed on because I feel like he needed another year for me. And it was a really cool morning, but I didn't get the shot. And all morning I was like, okay, I'm gonna be cool. I still have tonight. If I don't get anything this morning, that's fine. It was a beautiful morning, a great hunt. Couldn't ask for better weather. But if I don't get anything, then it's all about tonight,
Right.
right?
And you had your opportunity in the morning, passed it up, good patience, good management practice, and now more pressure for the evening because you got one shot.
Look here.
We're gonna get him today. Right outside. We've been waiting for this all year. It's Halloween 2014. We're gonna get a big boat tonight. I don't even have my boat. Darla's the only one shooting. No pressure. First time in this field. This year.
Hopefully it'll be my first bow kill. And we're on a food plot right now. And there's a cold front, so we're hoping that we're gonna see some movement.
Yeah, we got some good books on camera here, so no pressure. Okay, evening hunt.
Yes.
So we got in there to the blind and got settled. It's kind of hard to explain, but we were in the middle of a food plot with a blind in the middle of it, and then
So we had to walk like 10 miles too.
a lot of walking uphill. Got settled in, and immediately 5-10 minutes, literally, a doe came straight towards us, literally straight towards us, and we were figuring out how to do the camera, and we're just still do the shot angle and all that, and we just let it go. 5 minutes later, about a 130 inch 8-point buck comes straight to us, and
What, I mean, 8 yards away. He
Yes.
was like really close.
and I actually had the camera sticking out the window, and he was just looking at us like, what is that? But
Never smelled us.
we had it winded, so it was good, very interesting. So then what happened?
So then it was like another half hour. I mean, in hunting language, it's like no time at all. And my dad goes, Darla, there's a coyote. And I said, Dad, I don't want to shoot a coyote. I said, I don't want to shoot him. And he said, Darla, I order you to shoot the coyote.
Yes, I'll explain it later.
And so I was like, fine. So I drew back, and we had him. I mean, he was close.
Yeah, I saw it coming. I said, Darla, full draw immediately before she even saw it. And she didn't originally want to draw, but she did that. And so she drew back without even seeing it, and then it came into her view. Just wait till it's ready.
Sat there for a while thinking like, did we shoot him? Did we not shoot him? Did we get him? And so we ended up looking back on the footage, and it looked like we got him. Like we were high-fiving.
Yeah, it looked really good.
We sent out the texts, that it was it. We got him. And we didn't.
No, what happened was the arrow actually hit the ground, like it just missed them. Yeah, and the arrow actually slapped the coyote. It was that close.
Like the fletching slapped it.
Yeah, so very exciting though. We still haven't gotten a coyote we've been trying to for years, so that would have been awesome.
So then we kind of hit a lull.
Right, 2 hours of waiting for sun to go down.
We were just waiting. We knew that as soon as the sun set, we were kind of up on a bluff. As soon as the sun set, we were hoping that we would see movement then. And we did.
Right.
What came out first?
So then the does started coming out. We were actually surrounded at one point. There was a pretty nice buck and a doe about 60 yards away to the right.
Yeah.
And then we were basically surrounded. There was deer all the way around us. I don't even know where they came from. And then there was two that came right to our left, upwind, and but the sun was going down quickly. We're talking right at going sundown now.
Right. So from the point he's talking about to when he saw it, he started shooting. We have a 7-minute video clip, and from the beginning to the end, it went from shooting light to pitch black. So the sun was like, our shooting light was fading fast, and we really needed her to present us with a shot, or it was going to be over with nothing.
In the first 5 minutes where the deer was quartering to us was a bad shot angle. So, and Darla knew that, so she wasn't going to draw back yet, but this deer needed to turn.
And give it maybe, yeah, a little bit more space.
The little core, it needed to be quartering away, so for a better shot angle. At this point, if the shot's gonna be made, it's got to be a good shot because it's gonna be night. It's 27 yards. She's in front of me. I need her to take another couple steps. Okay.
Sure enough, she moved up. I went at full draw, and he ranged her in for me at 27 yards. And as soon as she was ready, we were talking about what pin to use. I used my top pin and I put it right at the middle of her and took the shot. And I held my target and followed through, and she ran off. And we looked at it really close. You could see the white fletching of my arrow bouncing away in the deer. And it was a really good shot.
It looked really good, the angle.
So it was just really special for me to be with my dad for my first bow kill, shoot at a coyote, see all these deer, and get my first bow kill deer right in front of him. It was such a moment.
It was quite a blessing. God shined. God was present. God created the moment. The whole day was a story in itself. I know we're trying to explain it, but being there was just, that God orchestrated to put it together. It was beautiful. And days like this, to put a day together like this, pretty much is one of those days you say to yourself, don't wait for anything else. This is as good as it gets.
Good job.
All right.
Do you want to go next year?
Yeah. I have hunting too.
You like to hunt too?
I have to hunt with this.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
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 Okay.